right, welcome to another episode of The Sound. And normally I would be with a bunch of other people, but I kept this one to myself. It's kind of personal. Uh, it's a great conversation we're about to have with one of my favorite people in music. It's Paul McCoy from 12 Stones. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in now. Paul, welcome to the show. What's up?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Good, good, man. I know it was a last minute thing, but I was sitting there going, he's got a lot of things going on, and I really want to chat about it and get it out there for the people that don't know, because since you really started getting the ball rolling with 12 Stones again, what, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, really started getting it rolling, and then you look at what you got going on in 2026 is absolutely just I couldn't be as a friend, I couldn't be more proud of you than I am. Last year you got to play Aftershock, you got to do some festivals last year. Um, you did some shows locally here. You played the Jingle Ball for CPR, but this year, I mean, you've got the tour with Powerman 5000 and Makes My Blood Dance. You've got the Summer of '99 and Beyond cruise, which we're really going to talk about here in a little bit. You've got a new single out. You've got Velocity, that festival Velocity coming up. And Jesus, how'd you do it all? How'd you make it happen?
Oh man, I don't believe I made anything happen. It got good to have a lot of people in the corner and a lot of good support system. Obviously, the local music scene is good for us, and my wife is pretty fantastic when it comes to making sure I'm where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. So
I can tell you this, she does make sure she keeps everything in line. She does a great job with you guys. I'll tell you that. And the and
yes,
the
she
and
does.
the group you've got together uh to the new formation of 12 Stones is a fantastic lineup that you have playing. None of them are with us today. Do you want to talk about, I mean, tell who it is that's in the band with you?
Yeah, we got my brother from another mother, Mr. John Rodriguez, on lead guitar. We got Richard LeBranche on rhythm guitar. We got Christopher Colt on bass, and the ever so entertaining Mr. Ty Del Rose on the drums back there. So I'm very fortunate to have these guys in the band and in my corner, especially to continue pushing all this new music. And yeah, we're just getting started. So very very happy with where things are at right now.
So, but after all these years, from the beginning to now, what still drives you to create that new music and keeps you pushing forward?
For me, music is therapy for me. It's like my way to deal with life. As you and I have discussed plenty of times before, I don't drink anymore, so I gotta have some outlet for all my frustrations with the world. So, I'm lucky that I still get to do music, and very fortunate to have the support system I have. After 25 years of writing, recording, touring, all those things, to still have people in my corner that believe in me and help make that possible is it's pretty awesome.
So, do you approach songwriting differently now than you did at the beginning?
No, I don't think so. I've always kind of let it be an organic process for me. Uh, I'm the type of personality that needs a structure, that needs all those things, but when it comes to the creative process, all that goes out the window. So I might be up at 3 a.m. one morning and write a guitar riff, and then just hold on to it for 5 years until the right melody sits on it. I don't know. So my house is covered in notebooks, and I'm just anytime I get a little bit of a wild hair, I grab the closest notebook and get the idea down. I got a million voice memos here on my phone, so I just kind of let the moments happen and try to take advantage of them when they do.
So I'm gonna get the formalities over with. So what's something about the current era of 12 Stones that fans might not expect?
Um, we're still hungry. I mean, like I see a lot of great bands coming up, and like you've seen it with them guys, Envision, Voice of the Enemy, Break Signal. There's so many Silver Dose. There's so many of these bands that are like out there putting in the work, and it's really great for me to see how that's progressing, and bands that are still have that fire. And I can honestly say that after 25 years, my brain still thinks I'm 20 years old. My body knows better, but my brain still wants to go out there and climb the rafters and backflip, stage dive, and all those kind of things. So sometimes I have to try to find a balance between my brain and my body. What's gonna come out at every show, but the meeting people and having them tell us that a lyric or a song or something had a positive impact on their life, that really motivates me to keep going when the times are tough, and a lot of times are tough, as we get older, and as life continues to try to kick you when you're down. It's easy to give up, and it's easy to pull away and say, all right, enough of this. I'm gonna go back to the normal way of doing things. But for me, it's kind of the opposite. Like, I feel at home in the fire. I feel comfortable being kicked and beaten up. So it just makes me want to fight all that much harder. And every time we take the stage, I'm like, this could be it. This could be the last time. So I want to leave every bit of my energy out there, so that I don't have any regrets when that day does come.
I can say, I mean, you're still intense on stage in your performances, and I can't imagine how your body feels every now and then when it after 24 hours after a show or something like that. I can't imagine what it feels like because you are really still very, very intense on that, and that's awesome. Let's talk new single. Uh, so you went off, did some work, you come back, and you've got Golden Child. We're gonna play the video here in just a minute, but tell us about Golden Child.
Yeah, it's a song. I started experimenting with lower tunings, and just kind of we've always been a band that writes primarily in drop C, which is, I love that tuning. But for this, I just felt inclined to try something new to get outside of the box a little bit. So I dropped the guitars down pretty low, and just started playing, and that riff popped up, and I was like, oh man, that feels aggressive, and I like it. So um, I worked with some friends here in town in Covington. I started working on this song before we really got back together and we were really doing anything. So I had some cool friends here in Covington, uh, that I got to work on this song with. I kind of just messed around with it, and then yeah, then we started really feeling like, man, I like where this is going. I like the feel of this one. So once the band started kind of getting back together, I brought it to everyone's attention, and everybody immediately was excited about it. So we threw it into the process, and yeah, happy with how it came out.
Absolutely. So when you're writing it, does the title represent anything personally for you?
Yeah, I think all of our songs have a degree of personal attached to it. That's why I believe so deeply in the lyrics that we write. I find we could easily write about sex, drugs, rock and roll, and the party rock anthems. But I feel like it's important to take the platform you're given, and try to use it for good. Use your powers for good. But yeah, a lot of our songs are personally rooted. I don't usually like to get too deep into what they are about to me, because then I don't want that to change the experience for a listener that might not have that same viewpoint on the song. I know a lot of times people will hear an explanation of a song, and they're like, "Oh, I thought it was blah blah blah," and
Right.
so that to me, I want everybody to take the song and make it a personal experience.
I'm not gonna lie. I've got a couple songs when I found out what they were really written about. It totally changed my view on the song. So, and not calling out any names or anything, but some of those songs just absolutely didn't mean the same to me anymore. So I didn't listen to them as much as I used to. So it's just I get it. I get it. I get it. So tell us about the video. You just released the video a few weeks ago. Tell us about the video process and all of that before we roll into it.
Yeah. So being Louisiana boys, we shot the music video right here in Covington, Louisiana, at a bar that I used to work at off and on, a bar I used to drink at more than I worked there for sure. And it's called Rock and Blues, and it's in Covington. We played there some, you know, had some really wild times in that building, and they happened to be closed that day. And so I talked to Amy, and she agreed to let us come in and shoot our music video. Which there's a lot of smoke in this one. There's a lot of smoke machines and stuff happening in this one. And Rockin' Blues is now currently attached to a Mexican restaurant that just has a sliding partition door separating them.
Oh, wow.
So before the video, I went over and told them, "Hey, we're going to be loud. We're going to be making some noise. We're shooting a music video." I did not, however, think to mention the smoke machines. And about an hour and a half into shooting, the owner of the Mexican restaurant came running next door. He thought we were on fire
Oh,
because I told one of the servers that we were doing the video, and he was in the back and I guess was not made aware. So he came running over, busting in the back door in the middle of a scene, thinking that the building was on fire. So yeah, we barely avoided disaster with that one.
nice. Well, we're going to roll into the video real quick, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about these upcoming tours. Here is Golden Child. It is 12 Stones, and you're watching The Sound.
I wonder where we go from here. The golden child has disappeared. A sacred bond we can't replace. Such a bitter taste. You used to burn a blinding light. Your golden smile no longer shines. All the voices in your head turned into hate. I used to kneel before your crown, the queen who never let you down. Held captive by the darkness you resign. My precious golden child. Who would have thought you'd shut me out? Stand on the shore and watch me drown. No cry for help among the waves, and I drift away. You used to burn a blinding light. Your golden smile no longer shines. All the voices in your head turned into hate. I used to kneel before your crown, the queen who never let you down. Held captive by the darkness you resign. My precious golden You used to burn, blinding light. Your golden smile no longer shines. All the voices in your head turned into hate. I used to kneel before your crown, the queen who never let you down. Held captive by the darkness you resign. My precious golden child. My precious golden child.
All right, so there was Golden Child. Dude, killer tune, killer tune. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you, man.
So where do you go from there? Only because I know you personally, I know you got more things down the road. Can you reveal any stuff coming up? Music wise? No? Okay.
Man, I want to really bad, but you know, I don't know what the rules are anymore. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Back in my day, and I feel dated saying it that way, but back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways in the snow to release a record. Okay, there was a process to it. Now I don't
Right.
know anything. I feel like I'm reading stone tablets over here. But no, I'm very excited. We do have our new single coming out next week, so it is coming up real fast next Tuesday. I can say that we have a featured artist on this one. We have a very talented singer named Lyric Noel. She's based out of Dallas, Texas, which is where we shot the video for the new single. And yeah, I'm excited. I think this one hopefully resonates with a lot of people. So I'm looking forward for this one to finally come.
What I'm excited about is you've got a summer full, and it kicks off. Your summer's kicking off on the same way my summer's going to kick off, because I'm going to be on this damn thing. And that is the Summer of 99 and Beyond cruise with Creed. I mean, you see it there. And I agreed to get on that cruise with a friend of mine. And then I saw that you guys were on it. And I'm like, so now I'm not only going to enjoy a cruise with the man that goes on cruise more than anybody I know, but I get to see 12 Stones at least probably 3 times on that cruise. How exciting is that?
It's like the best thing ever, because my wife and I, we love cruising anyway. We go on a lot anyway, but this is great because we've done some before, but never the Summer of 99. And just so far, even though we're still a month or so away from it, everybody at Six Man who is running this one has been top notch to work with, easily accessible. It makes us feel very, very valuable to the process. And even though I know where we fall on the totem pole, but I'm stoked. It's gonna be a big reunion for us. We've done a lot with Daughtry before, obviously with the Creed guys. They were one of the first bands to take us out as young little pups. Yeah, man, so many bands. Filter, you got Smile to Soul, Blackstone Cherry, Non-Point,
It's insane. I got to go. I went on the first one. I didn't go last year, and then going again this year. And I'm going to tell you, I had so much fun being able to bounce from one end of the ship to the other, and everywhere you bounce, there was a band playing, and it was so nice. And I was just like, and then if you look at the entire list, and then you get down there, Revis is on it as well, which is going to be super exciting to see them for. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw Revis. And, but yeah, but then after that, literally like 2 or 3 days after you get off the ship, you are on tour with Powerman 5000 and Makes My Blood Dance.
Oh yeah.
And how's that? How exciting is that to go out on that tour?
Man, I'm stoked. I love like I was talking about earlier with the regional bands. I love bands that go for it, swing for it, and everything I've seen from Makes My Blood Dance, it looks like their show is fantastic. They're very engaging. They're very into it with their fans. I've never done shows with them, but I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously you got Powerman 5000.
Right.
We've done some shows with them a very long time ago, but I'm really looking forward to that. We try to bring high energy show, and it's nice to be paired with other bands that have that same energy. So we're looking to take over all these venues with these bands, and hopefully they throw some strong locals on in some of these shows, so I can check out the new talent. And one thing I love to do is watch all the bands that we play with. I think it's important. I talked about it the other night, man. Like, when people go to concerts, do you go watch all the bands, or do you just go to watch like 5, and you go watch the band that you really want to see? Like, how do you learn about other artists if you don't go watch all of them? I don't know.
That's the most aggravating thing about some of these bigger DWP festivals is there's so much going on. You don't get to see all the bands, but still, it's one of those type of festivals that you go and enjoy yourself. But that's the cool thing about that is, and when I go to shows around this area, to be able to see maybe some bands that I don't know about locally, and I go, oh, there we go, there's another one, and things like that. And I believe Evan, the lead singer of Makes My Blood Dance, he was the lead singer for a band called Fixer a while back. That was really, really cool too. If you ever get a chance, just check that band out, Fixer. They were really good. And then after that, I think it's after that. Yeah. Then in September, you're in Velocity, and this is a hell of a lineup. If you look at just the day you're playing, there's Creed, there's Skillet, then there's freaking Nate Smith, one of the top country artists out right now, and Filter, Cody Lee, and you guys. But that whole lineup right there is just absolutely insane. All three of those days, that wouldn't sounds like a road trip. What needs to happen is what it.
Come on, man. I'm about to put some of the seats back in my van, dude. I got, you can see over here, I got like my van seats as part of my home studio. So I'm about to put them back in the van. I'll make a little room for you. You can take a ride with us. Field of Dreams, baby. How you go wrong with that?
That's right. I am there. So tell us after that, where's 12 Stones headed, and then let us know what's the best way to reach 12 Stones if they need to get a hold of 12 Stones for anything.
Yeah, man. After that, we plan on staying busy. We have a couple of other tours we're looking at. Don't have all the details for it yet, so I'm not at liberty to say, but we do have some things lined up after Powerman and Makes My Blood Dance tour. I'm putting out new music. I've got at least an album's worth of material. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to record it in between all these shows and all the other crazy, amazing things that we're doing right now. Yeah, best way to get a hold of us, all of our socials. If you talk to anybody on the socials, it's me. I don't have marketing dollars. I don't have a team of people. I have me and I have my wife telling me to do these things. So if you interact, TikTok is 12 Stones Band, Facebook is 12 Stones, Instagram 12 Stones, X 12 Stones, all just pretty straightforward stuff. The website 12stones.com. You can get all our latest merch. I do handwritten lyrics. In fact, I'm about to mail me a couple of those right here. So yeah, man, try to be very, very accessible. So
speaking of socials, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I saw it. Somebody had made a comment about 12 Stones, about how y'all had faded away or something like that. And then all of a sudden there you were. I was like, this is what I love about Paul. He doesn't give a shit. He will let you know, and he will tell you, no, we're still here, motherfuckers.
Hey man, I'm just a sarcastic old boy. That's all it is, man. I come from the don't talk about it, be about it era. You know, I don't like the keyboard warrior mentality. And a lot of times I'm just bored and I'm being sarcastic. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people say things and they make comments thinking no one's ever going to see it, or they're clout chasing, or it's just a rage bait account, which I find is pretty common. It's not even a bad idea, but man, yeah, if you're going to talk, I could talk back. Yeah, I get paid to talk. So
there you go.
I'm pretty good at it, I think.
Well, Paul, short notice, but thank you for getting us up to speed on 12 Stones and what's going on. I look forward. If I don't see you before April 17th, I'll see you on the cruise.
Yeah, buddy.
Super stoked for that. That's going to be so much fun. And then if you need us for anything, of course, just let us know, and we're there. You know that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Much love and appreciate your time as always.
All right. We'll talk to everybody later.